We're the only white people, and it was very, in the hut of no furniture. And anyways, you've all heard the story. So let's talk about the positives that have already come from the situation that happened yesterday. First thing, I learned a valuable lesson. Prepare for your travels, guys. Like, read everything that they send you in preparation for your flights. Make sure you just be aware of everything you need to bring. I've forgotten things to flights before, and I've never been like the best person with preparing for flights, but I've always made it through and made it be. It always ended up working out. People probably show me more grace too because I'm adorable and Canadian. But anyways, I learned to be prepared every single time, 100% for the flights, and just know what I'm getting into, and always go early, all of those things. I really learned my lesson this time. And it also just reaffirmed my faith in how everything's going to work out, my faith in God, my faith in the process, just trusting. I trust the process so much, and it really showed me how I can still trust the process and trust in that everything is going to happen for me in my favor. When shit hits the fan and things go wrong, I'm still able to hold that space for myself and still hold that vibe. So I'm really actually quite impressed with myself, and I'm really happy that I'm able to do that, and it was a good sign. So I feel really proud of myself. And, I also got to spend more time with my family. So I came home yesterday. I went and saw Evan, my boyfriend, who's not really my boyfriend anymore. Got to see him one last time. It was a little kind of funny because we had this really emotional goodbye because we're deciding to break up because I'm going traveling for so long and we are kind of in different places of our lives. So beautiful breakup. He's still so special to me and vice versa, and best breakup I could have asked for, and still have lots of love for him. And it was the most beautiful and sad goodbye I've ever experienced. But I mean, other than the time I said goodbye to him the first time when I went to Cambodia, this time was much worse. But I got to see him again. So, I mean, I called him after. He thought I was on the plane already. And I'm like, hey, actually, obviously called him crying. Like, okay, well, that didn't work out. So can I come over? I need sushi. So I got to see him again. And that was honestly worth it was worth it. 100% worth it. Because it was really amazing to, I don't know, I'm going to cherish the last few minutes together that we have, or last few moments. So I don't know, I was given another evening with him, and I was given more time with my family. My mom got to pick me up from the airport, and though it was not ideal circumstances, I got to see her again. I got to hug her again. I got to come hug my dad again. And I'm just seeing people I love so much again was honestly worth the whole thing. I mean, it was a lot, but I just know that, one, considering I'm already like totally okay with what happened, now I just feel like I'm just focused on the positives. And as much as I was in shock yesterday, I was still like quite happy. I was like, I'm just focusing on here and now, and right now I'm with my loved ones. What more could I ask for? So I just looked at the positives. So those are some of the good things that came out of this situation. And there's going to be plenty more where that came from, because I know that this was divine timing. And, it's funny how I kind of go through some sort of traumatic, like, airport experience. I don't know if this is something that's going to happen every time I'm going to the next transition of the next chapter of my life. Like, I went from Thailand to Cambodia. That was a huge transition. I went from traveling with Evan for a month, going to Cambodia and continuing to do the rest of my travels alone. And that was a whole new chapter for me. And And the transition into it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. I was just so devastated, so sad, crying for 2 days straight. Horrible experience overall, but it led to the most amazing experience ever, and it was exactly what I needed. And then the whole 4 months following that, I literally had euphoric, amazing time, and nothing like that ever happened again, where I was in that point of just like crying. Like, I don't cry much, but in these moments I cry so much. And so for me, it's like, well, honestly, if this is what needs to happen between each chapter of my life, then so be it. That's great, because I keep getting something from it, and it keeps teaching me something. And it kind of shakes me up a bit, where it's like, okay, I'm not invincible. Things can go wrong, though I always know that. When it actually happens, it kind of makes me feel more like it's just a good reminder to just not think of myself as so invincible, and to just learn more lessons, and just know how imperfect I am, and just, yeah, lots of growth to come from these times. And I wouldn't trade them for the world. As much as I hate being in the situation, is when it's over, it's always worth it. And that's all I got for you. So thank you for listening to this story. I cannot wait till my next episode, because I promise you I will be in the Philippines by then. Another thing that actually came out of this is I would have had to put this episode probably out late, because I would have been still traveling right now. Like, I would be in this morphed, I don't know, time warp continuum that we call traveling from one side of the world to the other. I still can't fathom this at all. Time changes, and how I fly from here to there, and I go forward a day and it's still the same time, and oh my gosh, I just can't. So trippy. Love it. But anyways, I would be mixed up in this kind of time warp at this moment, so I probably wouldn't have even gotten the episode out to you till a day later. So there you go, another positive came out. I was able to give you the episode. And yeah, okay, I'll shut up now. I love you all, and thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.